What's going on, everyone? It's the Week 15 prop show on Forward Progress here on the Forward Progress YouTube channel, part of the Hammer Betting Network and presented by FanDuel. I'm your host, Jason Cooper, alongside the man, the myth, the legend, the best prop better I know, Hitman. And we're going to get into things just shortly. Apologies for the miscommunications, guys. You're right. Chat nailed it. Minus 1,000. It was my fault. It was, in fact, my fault. We'll get that sorted out for you next week. But yes, we are live. We're ready to go. You guys know the drill here. You guys know what we're doing. We're going to give out two props, which Hitman actually hasn't even sent to me yet. So they're going to be a surprise for me as well. And then we're going to go into the questions. We're going to see what you guys have to say. And yeah, we'll answer your questions. Before we get into things, though, quickly, Hitman, you're wearing the shirt. Army Navy today. Any pick, side, total, spread, or heck, college football prop for the game?
I don't even know what the spread is. I don't even know what the total is. I just know that I'm pulling for Army today. I know I'm going to definitely try to go to the game next year. It's going to be at in New Jersey next year. So, but yeah, I'm sorry. No strong takes, just rooting for Army.
All good. You can get I believe there's a prop boost available on FanDuel for that game if you want to go bet on it. Speaking of FanDuel, just want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors before we get into the props. NFL Sunday is here. You've got your crew, your couch, your snacks, your slate, and FanDuel's coming in with some extra. This isn't just another NFL Sunday. It's your chance to place that perfect parlay or hit your go-to player prop. And now we're making it even better because this week, FanDuel's bringing the bonus. That's right. Right now, all customers get a 25% profit boost token on an SGP or a parlay bet over on FanDuel. However you play your game, FanDuel's got your back with something extra in your account because that's what Sunday should feel like. Just visit FanDuel.com/forward-progress to download the app and get in on the action before kickoff. Must be 21 plus and present in select states for Kansas and affiliation with Kansas Casino, or 18 plus and present in DC, Kentucky, or Wyoming. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost token. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit rghelp.com. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut or visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 1-800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York. All right. Hitman. Let's get into things. First pick of the day. Maybe right. Type in the private chat for me or let me know what game we want to start with.
You could do it with us on the FanDuel app. Is that fair? So everyone has the same chance? All right.
Yeah, but then I don't get to bet it, but it's okay.
We're going to NFL, obviously. We're going to NFL futures. Find me the season wins for the year, Jason. The updated season win totals.
Give me a second here.
Win totals.
Yeah.
We haven't had one of these in a while, but I do remember the last one we had, Jason, was the Bucks under, I think, 11.5 wins, which cashed already. We're going to go to another NFC South team. We're going to go to the New Orleans Saints. And we're going to play the over 4.5 at minus 165. All
right.
I know sometimes people don't want to lay minus 165, but I priced this as a little bit over minus 200. So I think it's pretty good, especially with a future that's settling in 3.5 weeks. For me, it just a lot of it comes down to the strength of schedule for the Saints. They're finishing the season with Carolina this week, which I bet the Saints in that game. I kind of still like them at plus 2.5, to be honest with you. But they're likely going to get Brady Cook next week, where we thought there was a chance it would be Tyrod. It looks like Brady Cook. Titans and Falcons. And the Saints power rating, I think, has been upgraded a little bit in the past few weeks just because the quarterback play now looks competent, where we weren't sure of that just maybe like 2-3 weeks ago. So I try to price my win probability on all their games and come up with the season win. And I priced this just a little north of minus 200. So minus 165, I think Saints over. We just need them to get to 2-2. So yeah, let's hope for it.
Let's hope for it. Does that mean you're hoping for a win this week as well against the Fighting Eagles?
Yeah, even if they don't get it this week, they're going to probably be, they could be like 4-point favorites against the Jets. You know, if Brady Cook is starting, which I would lean that I think Cook is going to start next week. And then you got the Titans and the the Falcons in a Week 18 game. So even if they don't get it this week, we're not dead.
All right. That is the New Orleans Saints minus 165. That number got destroyed very fast on FanDuel. Someone out there is clicking and clicking.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we walk you through it and we say, go to here, go to there. You got to bet this within 5 seconds.
Yeah, we got to be fast with this stuff. All right. Next one you got for us, or is that the only one for today?
No, we got a prop.
All right. Talk us through this one.
And again, if you're betting on FanDuel, I would be on your app and I'd be following along. We're going to go the Patriots game. Receiving props. Go to the receptions market. Go down, Jason. Show all. James Cook over 2.5 receptions plus 124. This has hit 4 of the last 5 games for James Cook, and it's kind of been hitting ever since. There's been a lot of talk from the offensive coordinator, Joe Brady. There was a lot of criticism, first of all, of them not getting James Cook the ball in the pass game and not getting the running backs in general the ball. Since that criticism, Cook's been pretty good, had a good hit rate on this prop. Last week, he's seen the most routes that he has seen this entire season. I'm trying to pull it up right now, but I believe it was it was 23 of 36 routes, which for James Cook, like 66% of the routes might not sound like a lot, but that is like a high number for James Cook compared to what he's been running this year. I think that trend is going to continue because of the magnitude of this game. Like the Patriots, it's a Patriots division. They win the division if the Patriots win this game. So I do think that just like the magnitude of last week's game against the Bengals was big, I think that this is another week that we're going to see a high Cook route rate. And New England's also been a tough team to run against. So I could see it him being involved in the pass game again. So James Cook over receptions.
All right. Looks like the chat is getting a little bit better at lining this up. Excuse me, and smashing it as we go. One bunch of people in the chat saying they got it. So yes, James Cook over receptions, plus 124 at FanDuel. There's a plus 128 out there. There's a plus 130 out there as well. Take a look at it. And all right, that's it for the props. Questions, drop in the chat. We will be covering those. There's already a couple questions in the chat, but if you have more, feel free to do so. And while we wait for some questions to funnel in, do us a favor, smash the like button. Goes a long way here on the channel. Let's stick with the Buffalo game. NCI 95 Gambler saying Josh Allen rushing ladders for Sunday.
I bet Allen rush yards last week. There was some talk about them getting him more involved as a runner, especially in a big game. And, this is another big game. So, I mean, anytime that if they're playing the fucking, the Titans on a 1:00 start time and everything, he might not be as inclined to run, but I would lean maybe towards Allen rushing. Yeah,
Allen's rushing totals at like 35 and a half right now, minus 114 at FanDuel. So if you're looking at ladders, you're going to have to go all the way up there. Again, same game. STER pick 1. Asking Ty Johnson, anytime touchdown score.
No, I think when Pizzola bet him last week and he tripped on himself and fell, that was the end of any Ty Johnson stuff. No, I don't see anything with that.
All right, dream is dead. And again, apparently this is like a New England or Buffalo only crowd. Leans on New England and Buffalo game.
I bet New England small as at plus money. Probably will take them in a contest or two. That's where I lean, but nothing like I'm crazy about. But that's my lean for that.
All right. Carl, also shout out to Jamil, who's getting an ultrasound right now, but tuning in for the show. We appreciate you, Jamil. Carl in the chat asking, do you lean Likely or Andrews for overs in Baltimore, or do you just take both?
I played the Andrews early overs. I did not play the Likely stuff. So, yeah, Andrews.
You don't like Likely at all, or it's can I ask the reason?
I have a little bit of concerns with Likely that, like, I think it's not impossible that they go more 11 personnel this week if Rashad Bateman plays. If Bateman doesn't play, that probably doesn't happen. But
Okay.
I'm not saying like I just think they might.
Yeah.
I could be wrong on it, but yeah, I'd rather get involved with Andrews than Likely.
Yeah, 38.5 right now is for Isaiah Likely, his receiving total, which is a lot bigger than it was a couple weeks ago when they played Cincinnati. Next thing we got here is Ty Johnson overs as well. More Buffalo questions. Buffalo seems to be getting RBs involved more in the passing game. However, that worries me if McDermott said this week they need to get wide receivers involved this week, first running backs and tight ends.
Send me that McDermott quote on Twitter. I haven't seen that. But no, I actually bet Ty Johnson under receiving stuff. A lot of it just came down to James Cook running a lot higher route share and in a bigger game. I thought that maybe Cook separates a little bit. So, but yeah, DM me that quote with McDermott if you can. I hadn't seen nothing about that.
All right. Again, Texas hedge fund manager, same game. Ty Johnson under 1.5.
I played Ty Johnson under, but it had to have been plus money. And I gave it. What's his name? Ed Fang asked me for a play on his newsletter, and I gave him Ty Johnson under plus money, and the market did start moving a little bit since then. So yeah, I like that, but you really would need plus money.
All right, I'm gonna need plus money for that. Any Rivers props that you like?
I have no idea, man. I'm sorry. I don't know.
All right. Zacchaeus unders. I'm going to tie that into Zacchaeus thoughts with Rome back.
Yeah, I played some unders on him just a little while ago.
Quick reminder, whenever you ask stuff, try and attach a price because it helps us contextualize things a little bit more. Brock Purdy over 7.5 rushing yards.
I really don't have much of an opinion. Sorry, Garrett.
It's all good. On when do we, it might have been the forward progress. We did a props extravaganza to start, or futures extravaganza. That's what we did. Did a futures extravaganza to start the year. You gave out Mike Evans 1,000+ receiving yards. MD the Dream is asking, is that back on right now?
You don't even want to know how much money I'm losing on that. I'm losing a lot of money on that. No, it's dead.
It's dead?
It's dead.
Okay. All right. I'm keeping the dream alive. Thoughts on Patrick Mahomes rushing yard from RW fan?
Probably lean over with the O-line injuries and just the fact that it's a must-win game again for like the 4th week in a row. But this, I guess, really is the must-win game. I think they're eliminated if they lose this. I could lean over.
All right. Jonathan Taylor over on receptions.
I thought about that with Rivers because I do think he's going to check down a lot. My only concern is that their offense is just so bad that like they just can't sustain drives and sustain plays. But if they are sustaining drive, like if he looks competent, like and they're moving the ball, I think that it's probably good.
All right. Justin Jefferson receiving yards. Any opinion on either side?
Kind of lean over. Kind of think that he gets back that in a really good matchup against a team they're going to have to throw the ball against, that they scheme him some stuff and get him going. So I lean over. Yeah.
Shout out Ronak in the chat. Lucas, your name's too long. DJ Stroud over 22.5 passing yards, and he attached the price -114.
Yeah, I hate to tell you since you did such a good job giving a price, juice, everything, but I really I don't have much of an opinion on it either way.
All right, a couple more in the chat here, and then we'll hop off. James Cook play over 2.5 receptions. You're looking to get it around +125-ish. There's still, it should be a +130 out there. Last I checked, +128 as well. We already talked about Army Navy game. No games for you, or no play for you. Standard Stafford, passing yards over. Any opinion there?
I lean over.
All right, lean over. Any opinion on Hunt under rushing yards? It was 43.5, but it moved.
I don't think it ever was. I don't think it ever was 43.5. I thought it always opened in the high 30s.
All right, maybe we got some bad news there.
If you had that in the low 40s, like 40.5 or better, yeah.
Yeah. Tua over 195.5 passing yards -114.
I think it's going to be a very run-heavy game plan for Miami.
Okay. All right, last last question here. Or actually, I lied. Let's go for a couple more. Quinton Judkins receiving over 9.5 without Samson and Ward, or sorry, with Samson and Ward on IR.
I don't know. I kind of think that they just bring Jerome Ford into that role.
Makes perfect sense there. Any opinion on a side or total? Anything you like on the board right now?
I would say my two favorites would be the Raiders. That was one that I did bet for a decent amount, but I'm getting some resistance on it, which is never a good thing. But Raiders at plus 12, plus 11.5, minus 102, all similar. And then kind of like Chicago, minus 7.5. I mean, I teased the hell out of Chicago. But yeah, kind of like Chicago with all those Browns injuries.
All right, Chicago you like, and the Raiders you like. This is a question about all the games for tomorrow, but let's focus in on one game because I find you do better with this when you have one game to focus on. Any long shot TD odds you like for tomorrow? And we'll exclusively doing the Minnesota game.
I haven't looked at the board much. The only anytime I'll tell you this, the only anytime touchdown play that I made this week is I bet Lamar around plus 250, which it currently is right now.
Lamar plus 250. All right. That seems pretty high, but Lamar also just doesn't seem to be running anymore. I'm going to force play. Maybe we're going to Icarus this and fly close.
Is Jerome Ford on injured reserve? Did I screw that up?
Yeah, I think he is.
Yeah, I haven't looked into. You're right, he is. Yeah, I haven't done much work on the Browns pass catcher stuff with running backs right now, so I'm a little behind on that. So
I think it's Raheem Sanders. It's going to be like the backup there. I don't even know. Raheem Sanders or Travion Williams. Rivers officially announced as starter. Congrats, G. Good stuff, G-Stack. Me and him went back and forth in the chat saying that I was adamant that he wouldn't start this game, but apparently he did. But yes, hey man, before we head out, I'm going to make you do a force play on an anytime touchdown score for the primetime game.
I mean, I gave you Lamar, and now I got to do another. Jason. Force play. The Lamar one I bet, so bet that.
Okay. Force play.
Force play on this one. Go with one of the backup, maybe both the backup tight ends for Dallas. Jake Ferguson's a little banged up right now. Maybe, who knows? Maybe he's not as full snap count. Maybe take both of them 9-1. That's my force play.
Shoemaker, Josh Oliver, Shoemaker and Brevin Spanford.
Okay. Yep.
All right, there you go. And that wraps up today's show. Appreciate you guys tuning in. You guys know the drill. Do us a favor, smash the like button. Goes a long way here on the channel. And if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Also, double check. This happened on the Hammer HQ YouTube channel. A lot of people said, hey, I thought I was subscribed, but when I looked and I checked, it said I wasn't. So just double check. Make sure you guys are subscribed. And if you're not, you watch our show, you should be subscribed. You'll be notified every time we go live. Yeah, that wraps up today's show. It's been the NFL Week 15 Props edition of Forward Progress here on the Forward Progress YouTube channel, part of the Hammer Betting Network, presented by FanDuel. We'll see you guys right here next week.